something to this effect, if you don't mind. I'm going to see if I say open in terminal, that quite work right. Let's create a text document. Why? Because it should have the default ugly colors. As it does, clearly. At least it's decent editor. Oh, I can see that this is on. This is being VM, and I'm going to be looking at a blank screen here that you can't see. Having seen the funny makeup on RMS video the other day, I actually found what he'd like to see in Emacs and not. And I went, oh, well, that's weird that he did that in the first place. But I understand how that was all. And also, I can completely understand why people make fun of him. And also, well, here, if he's really using VS Code, that's a sign, at the end of the Emaculate period. Although, we will always have GNU Emacs, we always have until they write the code from the ground up. So, as Linus said, fuck you, Microsoft. You can buy everything, but you're still not creative. Now, I want to get off track by giving the finger to Microsoft, or the sub-company, the government. So, we'll move right into that. Of course, this is my thinking. So, because the backend probably does the searching, the new Bing says, what's it searching? What is it searching? This is very important. For instance, I found that Bill Gates had given $1 billion to the company that then later had the COVID vaccine. What? But I wasn't looking for Bill Gates, honestly. I saw the picture of this person, I'm like, honestly, what the fuck is that? Is what came to my mind. Self-service is another thing. I guess, maybe reasonably good looking for that demeanor. I have no idea what class or object type the picture was of. Again, it's not picking on internet video or anything to that matter. Understanding the choices is usually, no matter what it is, and attention to key play on what to do with what's going on. You ask yourself why. Don't try but try. It probably is. Okay, so a bit to the joking now, but just what comes to my brain. Not a frog, which I have the frog sound, it's outside. Okay, so before that, if you have this search application or language model, whatever it is, then I'm very bad at language. That's why I'm choosing this delivery package model. You can hear me thinking, etc. Doesn't have to be. I have the see you, see me, and by the way, basic defaults. Yes, I was on that network when it first opened, and it only took a matter of days before people were out there whacking off on it, so probably should have got into that one, but I didn't. Okay, so anyway, I just suggest this whether you do it to the intentionally or not. Proxy servers are, I'm sure, probably still greatly wide used, and I can understand why, which I did understand before, but for all this stuff coming out, fuck, it was a pain in the ass, and so using that took over. That's better than the router filter mechanism system, which is what used to happen before. All the packets really came from everywhere to everywhere. We just filtered them out. It was probably the first firewall, the RM star firewall, I would call it. It kind of have to be know the joke to be there. It's not really a joke. It scared the shit out of me if that happened. So we'll go into that. You don't know what it means. Not Death Star, which is another joke among people that may or may not be watching this though, whether of somebody or administrative assistant is watching it for them and telling them the highlights, if you will. So anyway, back to this. You have the proxy server change the data. It's very easy. I mean, I can even do it. I've done it before. I had to compile those proxy servers and compile the fucking web server and both of the new, NCSA, both of them. But then that module, that was big. Adding HTTPS to work for $1 billion bank, that was big. And not big. And then I'm sure the approach of man in the middle is still used. It wasn't that case used as tech. It was just passing the data to make sure the machine was up and operational, not that it was doing what we wanted per se. Um, also, I'm no code master. Integration master, maybe. Close these days. Integrations change, but the problems have not. Anyway, back to the whole point of the first one. Then I have to remember what the second story is about. Although I should stop live, go back on live, but I've chosen to pick live because A, I have over 100,000 fucking unread emails in one mailbox. Okay, B, I think I've done a couple thousand shorts now, 2,000. And C, the off button and on button on the laptop and on the phone is fucking broke. So I should say, maybe I should use Fund Me. Okay, so we get out of the bullshit restrictions that I have and can never get out of the organization or group that's fucking doing it to me. But there's genetic play there and the governing government play too. So fuck you and fuck you there twice. By the way, last night when I came back from the bar, yes, fuck you and fuck you. I learned a lot of things. Can't go into those yet. Back to the proxy server thing. You just have it change the HTTP data, which is downloaded with a simple colon s/, gosh, if I can remember it, from /2, okay? Yeah, never have done well with him or Emacs. Edlin, maybe. Except to remember those things, that's why I had the shortcut book. Okay? VS Code works the same fucking way. So it's fucking problems, and if you don't fucking know how to get around them, or it's a fucking different install in a fucking different container, it's a fucking nightmare. How many fucking versions of VS Code do you fucking have installed for each project on one more than fucking computer? Just saying. Of course, it's true with Emacs, which is why I chose VI. This is the only screen editor that's on a fucking everything, or used to be. They take out all the defaults. So, back to the proxy server thing. So when Bing says searching for, okay, number one, at least it fucking says that. Okay. What it's searching for. Now, number two, I don't know that it's rated the data so people understand what's going on there, but they probably do. It's funny either way. So, because it's a real true replacement for the truth, you do search/replace Google /.gov /g. Now that only does one line at a time. But the point is, wouldn't it be funny if somebody changed the back end? Now, that could probably be done in one of these big companies if somebody pissed the fuck off at them. Also, just in reference, there was a kernel group message thing that drives on since the inception, I think, of the Linux kernel thing, which is GNU. Trust me, I use BSD first, not this fucking Linux thing. License probably not watching, but you never know. My viewers, there could be a GNU, the GNU, watching, and or you could forward pieces of it so they only have a clip. But I am a lazy fucking editor, video editor. Loses the creativity. Oh, I better swap over and make sure you can hear me. It's not receiving enough data to maintain this smooth. And I use HLS. And also a fucking plugged in cable. Oh, I'm looking at, unfortunately, the screen. Oh, wow, my glasses look nice. No, it's not a darkening for an old person. So let's just make sure I have this going while I'm talking. I don't know if it's been going for a minute or not. I could not imagine having to live in the world today without vision. Kind of misvision, the user person name, and the intriguing things, style, if you will. But back to the vision statement here. Yeah, I suppose it's mid-life crisis. I can't really see. It's blurry. The screens are blurry. But enough to navigate it. Albeit I make mistakes because I don't have the glasses on. But what? Oh, wait. No, this number, not that number. So, I know enough, I think, to be dangerous. I know that I don't know everything, and I know that it's way more fucking dangerous when I don't have my glass on, because I click this one, it may go boom, and Antarctica may go boom, or I go over here. And I'm supposed to send happy birthday notices. Okay, same thing. We should get into a different subject us probably what human machines have over digital machines, the ability to be random. But we're working on them, and they are. It's 0, 1, and sometimes 0. Sometimes a cookie for C for cookie. Sometimes snack. Oh, this is good. I like to come up to it. Now maybe I can talk better to myself by speaking to myself like we did, so we, with a Pale Face album, contact return like TCP. And it's very hard to do if you're just talking to yourself. So here I am doing it again, although now I'm cheating because I can see a delay in myself. And also to go into this, I better get some more tapioca, or whatever it is. Big Albertsons company tried to take McDonald's orders. It's essentially, outside the building orders and have a process to the other side of the earth, and they didn't even use the proxy idea. But they should have. They didn't have. In fact, they would be faster to drive through and have a service for that. I'm not going to say Dubai or any particular, probably inexpensive to us, expensive-ish. Anyway, even though it's delayed, its accuracy may be increased. I don't know. Or they would just duplicate the fucking service, like in fucking computing. It'll suck just as bad, and now you'll be introduced to not being able to open your tapioca because you don't have teeth or fingernails, which I don't. So, send me 1,000 of these things. I'm gonna make a mess if I do the squish it fucking thing that needs to happen to a couple of things. Me Hulk, me bound. Well, no, if the doctor man. So, I think I have discussed part 1, and I should probably go back. I'm changing the stream feed. I find something to open this beside my head. So then I think to myself, oh my god, what could I use? And now I can't see. Okay, I don't want to get out of my chair. See, I did coin that if you have to get out of the chair, you're locked up somewhere. Now, for some reason, I've noticed that on certain drugs, you don't want to get out of your chair, even though it's supposed to hot pants feed you to do everything, but clearly I'm wired backwards, and a sign of cancer, cells in the system not doing what is expected. We don't know if the whole system's pissed in it, we don't know, we just tried a nuclear bomb. Cancer, like it hadn't fucking got any better than 60 years, yeah. Oh, but there's too much money in it. Okay, too much money until only the rich DNA strands, like in 007, probably the last one, takes away that genetic thing, holy grail, if you will. But they don't have, so I should do part 2 subject now. But leave it at the end if you're this far. My hair is starting to gray. I have some skin disease that they have not figured out yet. Also, I did over forwarding headband drugs over your lifetime period, plus made some of your own, like contractors, which I only did trying to fix the issue. Just do it yourself, be your own doctor. We gotta go into the doctor's out thing. There's lots of those. Probably only buy a guy who gives you a $250,000 computer that won't even fit in the back of your truck. Not through a fault of its own, but it actually halted and catched fire. I'm going to leave that up to the facts of the witches. Probably instilled that as they went around. For some reason, neither was I. Oh yeah, I was going to go speak at the first DEFCON that, yeah. But I don't remember. It's a very good policy for knowing too much. Until I really live and remember. Anyway, let's go back onto me. The follicles in your hair are gray. You know age is coming. Back to the glasses thing. I think that how many pairs of glasses you wear is one thing. How dependent on them is how many fucking pairs you bring with you as readers, because you can't fucking ever find them for reading thing. And then ask yourself, does that make them fucking stupid? No, it's human nature, the way it seems to most. Sometimes I don't take them on purpose, so I can't fucking sort of see certain things. No, because the computer, oh, sorry. That's a very interesting problem. okay? But I can't see going into work. Also, at the billion-dollar bank, top issues were employees, as they discussed with Stefan just a bit earlier with changing the data remark. I made, a domain I had made before. It was created in 2011. Bullshit. Oh, well, we changed the database just like they changed what's in Bible books, so that we did what the power wanted. But bullshit. But if it's a very small strand of DNA, then bullshit. Maybe we should come up with our own drugs to get rid of the people like that. If the people. But I never go for that. It's better to get along than have it all go boom and not fade away. Very hard thing to say. Hard thing to go through. Or continue to go through with. The subject 2 there I'm going to touch right now doesn't fit the Google HTTPS one. Although, keep in mind there's thousands of people, probably billions, 100 million, that use the two-way proxy. There's a shit ton of them that don't know when you're using the darknet. The biggest, and they are back boxes usually, coming out of this fucking country and saying, hey, I'm fast, use me, ho ho. Fuck yes, they put them there. Oh, but we're protected. No. It's feeding right into using their shit, so by the way, I do that a lot. Without realizing it, I put the honeypot out there. See who puts their hand in the fucking cookie jar. That's a QA. Stay that in, I'm sure with, if it's working, voice recognition stuff. It would say that, or it could give you a link also. I don't know whether it's pudding or drug intake with a drug I'm unaware of, or a compressed or constructed special pill, which happened in a major movie as a concern for Snowden. So that one I didn't know. But actually made sense. I had talked about bubble wrap, and also my drugs weren't the most desired on the fucking earth at the time. So the point is that I do need to do Oxy as a. Is why you don't do this thing, but to do the delivery correctly with money and venture capitalists, somebody running the those pieces. I don't do that part. I do what the job is, what to do with now. As I've seen a million times, the money people only take the creative people, screw them and take responsibility for it. You know, why is that something that happens all the time in movies? Because it happens all the time. They don't usually put it into movies until somebody's thought about it. And in many cases, somebody's already fucking done it. So remember that about the 007 movie. Also, you could use that on this one here. The live thing that I'm going to, as I have limited funds and availability, I wish I will go over that one. This bank exploit that's been long well known to a few. But just like the Bing layering things, it's been somewhat done. So you'd have to change the backend for searching or download what code they stole. It's Microsoft, come on. But it did have the two features. Put money into the features they know people are going to need. Just like RMS discovered. Free, non-watch technology or ease of use. Of course they're going to put shit in your phone. Oh, which reminds me. This is why I was going to use the USB camera, because there are some technical reasons why cameras don't work on HPs. HP is one of the biggest manufacturers, so you know they're going to work with mother government. Likely that is what Dell did too. So that part of the darkness I shouldn't go into just yet. It doesn't matter how many hits I get, folks. It's downloaded, repackaged, packaged and redistributed the information. I see that when there's specifics about stories. Actually, with each of us, I should be able to just stop and start again. Had that one. So, a big ado. We've covered proxy server, Google. Oh, those drugs may be kicking in. You can buy them over the counter, just like on House. If you know a couple of them to mix together. Of course, nobody knows it's safe. Few of them I had never done combinations. It feels very close to the knot. The ears. First thinking goes, I'm going to go out and stand close to the crickets as I can, because they do that to the air. It's in the not administrative side of it.